Good afternoon. Tony Dattino here, founder of the USA Memory Championship. And I just need to say we had a fantastic day at MIT yesterday, bringing back the best of 25 years of mental athletes who just competed for who of all these years has the best memory of 25 years of competition. And Briley was our winner. He just competed a year ago and then joined us in September at Full Sail. Did not win it. Nelson Dellis did, but Briley came back this year and for this event at MIT, and he won the event. It was an exciting day, and watching it right down to the end, an interesting day. We started off with long term, where they needed to remember information about different states in the country. And we started out with what we call level 1 questions, which were just giving us back a piece of information. And then level 2, they had to give 2 back. And we got to level 4, and it was just amazing to see how these men and women were able to respond to complex questions that require them to, within 15 seconds, go through something. For example, what states have the elm tree as one of their popular trees? What states have an animal in their names as their slogan? What states all have less than 10,000 square feet? And it's just what they had to be able to do to come by and complete that round was just amazing. And they did a fabulous job. So from there, we started with 14 people, and we eliminated 3 of them. So we went into the words list with 3 less people, which now brought us to 11. We started with 14. We now went to 11. They had 15 minutes to remember a list of 300 words. And we got all the way up to word 117 before we eliminated 4 people, so that we would carry 7 into the Tea Party event. But what was interesting is the winner of that particular event was given a bonus of $250 by MIT because of the completion of more than 100 words. It's the most we've ever had before we eliminated people, so it was an exciting event, and the mental athletes just did a fantastic job of doing what they do best, which is demonstrate to people that they've got memories that you can teach them and bring forward. In between events, we had different highlights of different people, and one of the highlights of the day was Robert Ajamian, who was the professor at MIT, talking about memory and its importance. We had one of his researchers talking about the importance of memory to the billions of dollars being spent on Alzheimer's and dementia, and research that's being done that brings back the importance of cognitive skill building, or mental training, exercise, blood pressure, sleep, as studies that are beginning to show that we don't need to be taking pills and medications for Alzheimer's. And so what can we do to get proactive and more preventative of it? Well, one of the more interesting people of the day was one of our former champions, and we were sorry he wasn't able to make it, and that was Alex Mullen, who was one of our prior USA Memory champions, and has won I think the world event 3 times, as Robert was sharing with the MIT crowd. And he did an amazing demonstration of how he could remember the order of a deck of cards in less than, if you can believe this, he did it in 18 point some odd seconds, which just, the crowd was just in awe of what he was able to demonstrate and how he was able to reorder and put them in sequence for a 52 deck of cards in less than 20 seconds. And I had the pleasure of watching him do that in Pennsylvania when he first broke through as one of our champions. So that was an exciting call. It was unfortunate Alex couldn't make it personally, but he did a great job on the Zoom. Kartik did the job, did a super presentation. We had Lumosity there. So we had some great presentations in between the events, but let's go to the 3rd event of the day. It was what we call our Tea Party. And we had 4 people come out and introduce themselves and their phone number, their favorite foods, their car, a pet, hobbies. And so 4 people came out and gave us each of that information, and now there are 7 mental athletes left to do that. And what was amazing is we only eliminated 2 people because the rest of them were able to get through all of the information on the 4 Tea Party guests that we had on stage that came back out, and they were able to give their phone number, their address, their zip code, their high school alma mater. I mean, it was just a phenomenal event of demonstrating the people that could take the skills that most sales and marketing people would love in networking and demonstrate the use of those skills through their ability to recall information on these 4 Tea Party guests. So that then gave us a little bit of a dilemma in that we usually go from the Tea Party to 3 finalists for the double deck of cards. And in this particular situation, we actually had 5. Fortunately, we were planning just in case because this was an event with the best of the best from 25 years. So we planned for 6 in case we couldn't eliminate in the Tea Party event. And we did eliminate 2, so that brought us to 5 being brought forward into the last event of the day, which was the double deck of cards or bust. And the surprise of that event, if I may highlight it as such a surprise, it left us in kind of like, did this really just happen? Was Nelson Dellis, who has won the event 6 times, struck out, I think it was on the 7th or 8th card. And so he was eliminated, like the first person in the sequencing of the deck of cards. And the person next to him eventually went out as the second person, which left us with 2 of our former high school students from Pennsylvania, Grace Smith and Juan Bowie, and Briley. And so here we had these 3 finalists, and eventually Briley held out, and he won the competition for the MIT event of 25 years of champions. So congratulations to Briley. He serves in the Peace Corps, and he's currently in the Dominican Republic, and shared a very moving and sad story as he accepted his final award, which his mother had come with him from Wichita, Kansas, to watch him compete in the event away on Saturday evening. And we brought lots of tears to the audience and lots of tears to the room, but he was our winner, and is now back to the hospital to claim his mom and bring her back to Wichita for burial. That was a bit of a sadness to the day, but what a champion he was to be able to get through that, get through the day, compete, and win the top prize, which was $5,000, and bring that back to Wichita with him. He had some work to do, so he was going to delay his return to the Dominican Republic and take his Peace Corps service delayed until he could square with his mom back in Kansas. We wrapped the day up and letting some of the mental athletes talk about their experience. We had one of the events during the day that people loved. We had an MIT student that actually we taught a week before on how to remember names and faces, and he went and found 10 people in the audience and had the 30-second conversation with them and brought them up on stage, demonstrated he could remember their name and remember the connection he made with each of them. And that was an exciting event that blew the audience away with basically 1 week of training. He tried at a couple of college parties that he had gone to during the week and did a fabulous job of bringing that forward. So overall, it was a really terrific day. It's hard to believe. I've been doing this for 25 years, and I think about how do we get more people to realize that memory is a skill. As I say, it's a verb, not a noun, that people can learn how they too can improve their own memories. And so we keep marching on, and we're going to keep working at it. But what a difference it's made. And as I said at the end of my comments, I keep doing this because I have seen the difference it's made in people's lives. It keeps me going. And so with that, I've got somebody calling me. I'll wrap up my Live with Tony. And if you see me on my iPhone, it's because all of a sudden something's happened to my camera on my laptop. So I'm now using my iPhone to use my Facebook, and I've got some technician I'll see tomorrow to see if he can help me to get back on my computer and get my camera working again. But till our next visit, have a great evening, and check out the USA Memory Championship website. We are going to get a disc on this, and we will upload it to YouTube, and you'll be able to see the actual day's events. Till then, be well, and see if you can find somebody to help you improve your memory.